Once upon a time, in the deepest part of the forest, there was a young rabbit who felt curious about the world around him. As the sun began to set and the moon started to shine brightly, he decided to venture out into the night. He hopped along, feeling brave despite the darkness that surrounded him. Suddenly, he heard a soft rustling in the bushes. "Hello," he called out, his voice trembling slightly. A small creature emerged from the undergrowth. It was an owl. "Good evening, little one," said the owl kindly. "What brings you out on such a dreamy night?" The rabbit explained that he was simply curious about what happened during the nighttime. The owl smiled and offered to show him around. Together they flew through the trees, gliding silently over the forest floor. They saw bats flitting about, catching insects in the air with their sharp wings. Next, they came across a family of hedgehogs, snuggled up together in a cozy little nest. The mother hedgehog looked up at the rabbit and smiled. "Welcome to our home," she said warmly. "We're glad you could join us on this special night." The rabbit felt happy and content as he watched the nocturnal creatures go about their business. He realized that everyone had a special role, no matter how small or unnoticed it might seem. Even though he was just a young rabbit exploring the night, he too was part of this magical world. As morning began to dawn, the rabbit said goodbye to his new friends and made his way back home. He felt tired but satisfied, knowing that he had experienced something truly unique and wonderful. And as he snuggled into his warm bed, he fell asleep with a smile on his face, dreaming of all the adventures he would have in this beautiful forest. Good night, little one. Sweet dreams. The rabbit continued on his journey, following the sound of rustling leaves. Suddenly, he found himself face to face with a group of foxes. They were playing tag around a tree, their tails swishing back and forth in the moonlight. "Hello there, little one," said the oldest fox, stopping to greet the rabbit. "What brings you out on this enchanted night?" The rabbit explained that he was just exploring and learning about all the different creatures that came out at night. The foxes seemed impressed by his bravery and curiosity. They invited him to join in their game of tag, which he happily did. As they played, the rabbit noticed a faint glow coming from the center of the forest. He asked the foxes about it, and they told him it was a magical spring that only appeared on special nights like this one. Together, they made their way towards the spring, hopping over fallen logs and dodging around bushes. As they approached, the glow became brighter and brighter until finally they arrived at a crystal clear pool surrounded by sparkling lights. The rabbit dipped his paw into the water and was surprised to feel it warm against his skin. "This must be where all the magic happens," he whispered in awe. Suddenly, he felt a gentle nudge from behind. It was one of the foxes, who smiled kindly at him before disappearing into the darkness. The rabbit realized that he had learned an important lesson tonight. Everyone has a special role to play, even if it's not always obvious or flashy. With a newfound appreciation for his place in this nocturnal world, the rabbit hopped back home, feeling tired but content. As he snuggled into his warm bed, he drifted off to sleep, dreaming of all the magical adventures that awaited him on future starry nights. As the rabbit dreamed of his magical night, he felt a gentle nudge on his shoulder. It was his mother, checking on him before tucking him in for the night. She kissed his soft fur and whispered, "Sweet dreams, my little one. Remember, every creature has an important role to play, even if it's not always visible." The rabbit nodded, feeling grateful for this newfound understanding of the world around him. He drifted off to sleep, content in the knowledge that he was a part of something much bigger than himself. A community of nocturnal creatures living in harmony and working together to create a beautiful, enchanting world. In his dreams, he saw himself flying through the forest with the owl, playing tag with the foxes at the magical spring, and snuggling up with the hedgehogs in their cozy nest. He knew that these memories would stay with him forever, reminding him of the wonders that awaited him every time he ventured out into the night. As morning dawned once again, the rabbit awoke, refreshed and ready to face the new day ahead. He hopped downstairs, eager to share his adventures with his family and friends. And as he did so, he felt a sense of pride and belonging that only came from knowing that he was part of something truly special, this dreamy, magical world of nocturnal creatures. "Good morning, little one. Sleep well." The rabbit nodded, still feeling the warmth of his bedtime story adventure in his heart. He knew that every creature, big or small, played an important role in this world, and he was grateful to be a part of it all. As they sat down to breakfast together, surrounded by the beauty of their forest home, the rabbit felt a sense of contentment wash over him. For tonight, he had learned that every dream could come true if only you believed, even if it meant venturing out into the darkest parts of the night.